as they race on now towards the final fence, and Shinavee with Cool Warrior battling back on the near side. There's nothing between them. Shinavee and Cool Warrior, they're going neck and neck inside the last 100 yards, and Shinavee, Cool Warrior is coming back and racing up towards the finish. It's on the nod now with Cool Warrior. Cool Warrior just gets the better of Shinavee. A break to Treybourne.
Perth, they're off, racing at Perth. Shinavee just denied by Cool Warrior there at Punchestown. Let's get to Perth.
At the first fence, Lavenoak Lad was prominent. Omix Door also right up there. So too is Minster Shadow. Leiden House is racing prominently. Noble Billy and Petite Margot and Blazing Diva are the next three. Simply Smashing at the moment is last. Sammy Spider-Man's last but one, and last but two is Solway Bay. So they go towards the second, and it's an open ditch they're coming to now. And Over the Creek is in front. And the first of the... And Blazing Diva has gone. Blazing Diva went at the second fence and quite badly hampered Star Witness. Jockey's got a yellow cap, light blue colours, back of the field. And going over the third. Leaders all safely over that one. Over the Creek continues to make the running from Leiden House as they turn towards the fourth. Omix Door is racing prominently. They're getting quite well strung out here. Solway Bay, Simply Smashing, and Bear Witness. They're quite a way off the pace, and Bear Witness is going to be pulled up, having been hampered at the second. Peter Buchanan is pulling Bear Witness up. So we're down to 15, and they're only jumping the fourth fence, and Petite Margot hit that one fairly hard. They make their run now towards the open ditch, which is fence 5. It's Over the Creek and Leiden House as the first pair. Kells Castle is sharing third with Omix Door, then Lavenoak Lad. That one's being followed by Star Player, racing out wider. The Monday Hexham winner, Panama at once. Shrewd Investors in the mid-division as they go over that one. So fence 6 is another plain one, and Over the Creek, who showed his well-being when he won a stamina test at Exeter 10 days ago. And I think a gift to Martin Pipe. What a gift he'll be if he can win the Press and Journal Highland National. He is in front as they head towards the 7th. And coming to it, it's Over the Creek in the white and black. The grey is Omix Door. Leiden House in the green colours is sharing second place, and Lavenoak Lad is right there. Royal Macintosh is on the heels of the leaders, and then comes Minster Shadow. So fence 8 is the water for the first of the two occasions they'll have to jump it. Over the Creek and Leiden House as the first pair from Lavenoak Lad and Omix Door, and they're being followed by Star Player, who was well backed this morning. The one who's tailed off now is Simply Smashing. That's lost complete touch with the others as they go towards the 9th, and that's the loose Blazing Diva going past us. Solway Bay and Sammy Spider-Man are in the last trio. Shrewd Investor and Petite Margot are preceding those, and Kells Castle and Noble Billy, Royal Macintosh, they're all in the midfield with Minster Shadow as they take fence 9, and there was quite a risky jump there from Minster Shadow. So they're heading towards the 10th, and still Over the Creek is making the running from Leiden House. Omix Door showing in third, and then comes Lavenoak Lad with Star Player, Panama at once, Minster Shadow. Now one who's being pushed along is a Royal Macintosh. Also being pushed along is Kells Castle. It's going to be a really arduous journey for some of these horses. Lavenoak Lad was quite slow going out over the 10th, so on the way towards the next one down the far side. Over the Creek, Leiden House, and then in third is Omix Door, followed by Star Player, Lavenoak Lad, Panama at once, then Kells Castle, Minster Shadow, Royal Macintosh still ridden along. Another one who's coming under some pushing now is Noble Billy. That one's followed by Petite Margot. Still at the back of the field, we've got Sammy Spider-Man, Solway Bay. Shrewd Investor is really beginning to struggle badly now. That's tailed off, and I think Simply Smashing has been pulled up. It's no longer with the field, and probably Shrewd Investor's not going to be going much further either. So they come to that plain fence and jump it, and Simply Smashing has been pulled up there. So the others are turning back towards the open ditch, over the creek, and Leiden House from the well-backed Omix Door, then Star Player, Lavenoak Lad. They're being followed by Panama at once, Noble Billy and Petite Margot. Bit of a gap then to Minster Shadow. And then comes Royal Macintosh. Petite Margot made a mistake at that one. So they race towards fence 14 now of the 23 they have to take in all. In the Press and Journal, Highland National over the creek is still making the running as he comes to it from Leiden House in the green colours and the blue of Omix Door, who's right with them. Then comes Lavenoak Lad, who's pressing the leaders still. So too is Star Player as they jump that one, which will be the last after another circuit. There it was fence 15. Minster Shadow, Solway Bay, Royal Macintosh, Sammy Spider-Man and Kells Castle are all very remote from the leaders now. So here comes the water again over the creek, joined for the lead by Leiden House. Back in third, about 4 or 5 lengths away is Lavenoak Lad, then Omix Door, Star Player. Noble Billy is still hanging on. Petite Margot, loads of stamina. She's in touch, but Minster Shadow, Solway Bay, Sammy Spider-Man and Royal Macintosh aren't in touch. Kells Castle has been pulled up, and I think Royal Macintosh is also going to be pulled up before the next fence. So it's a fairly decimated field as they race to the first one on the final circuit. Over the creek, Leiden House and Omix Door, Lavenoak Lad and Noble Billy. Then Petite Margot, who's followed by Star Player. Then about 5 lengths away is Panama at once. Minster Shadow is still going tailed off, as is Solway Bay and Sammy Spider-Man. And Royal Macintosh did pull up at that one. So an open ditch comes up now. Over the creek is being shaken up in the lead, leading by about 1.5 lengths from Omix Door, as Lavenoak Lad and Petite Margot, who's racing out wide, come to challenge. And as they jump it over the creek, Omix Door, bad mistake from Lavenoak Lad. Petite Margot and Leiden House are in third and fourth. Lavenoak Lad is in fifth place. Then Noble Billy, Star Players lost ground. Sammy Spider-Man and Solway Bay were both pulled up before the open ditch, and Omix Door has jumped on into the lead. Leiden House made a pretty tired jump there, and that is back in fourth place over the creek, and the strong travelling well-backed Omix Door are the two leaders. Petite Margot is only about 3 lengths behind the leader, but Omix Door starting to increase the advantage now. Leiden House would be 8 lengths behind Petite Margot, then Lavenoak Lad and Noble Billy. Panama at once is trying to make some progress into the chasing group as they take the fourth from home. And it's Omix Door who's going well out in front of Over the Creek and Petite Margot. Panama at once is trying to challenge Leiden House for fourth, then Noble Billy and Lavenoak Lad, and they are the only ones left in the race. Everything else has been pulled up. Omix Door and Dave Dennis are out in front here as they come to 3 out the open ditch. Over the Creek and Petite Margot are second and third, and the leaders made a mistake there. Omix Door and in Petite Margot and Over the Creek, and then comes Leiden House and Panama at once, who's been gradually staying on as slow-mo. You are there for Noble Billy, who was exhausted at the time. The second from home, Omix Door with Petite Margot on the right, pressing for the lead. Omix Door, and in fact it's clear by about 4 lengths from Petite Margot. Over the Creek, Leiden House, and 2 more really tired horses, Panama at once and Lavenoak Lad. They come down to jump the last now, and it's Omix Door who's got the advantage. Under pressure, lands very awkwardly there. The riders frantically urging along. Petite Margot in second place. Panama at once is still staying on, but well off the pace of the leading two. And Omix Door going up and down on the spot in these testing conditions, but he's proving really game, the French bred. He comes towards the line. He's going to win the Press and Journal Highland National, and Dave Dennis has won it for James Evans. Omix Door has won. Petite Margot has finished second. Panama at once is third. Leiden House is fourth. Over the Creek is fifth, and the only other one to get round, Lavenoak Lad.
Well, what a war of attrition that was. Omix Door wins for James Evans and David Dennis. Mud splattered in the end, and hardly any of the original 17 starters got round. Desperate ground at Perth. Omix Door wins the Grey Gelding, following up that recent success at Hereford. David Dennis on board. Petite Margot second. 18 Panama at once was third, and Leiden House took fourth in the end. Stayed on again to take fourth in the closing stages. Brian Hughes hard at work for a long way on Leiden.